Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asanda Magaga, the modern clever himself. And for the first time ever, after such a long time, it's been a long time coming. I'm really, really happy to let you know that you are watching and listening to the, um, the journey with Asanda Magaga, the modern clever himself. Listen, man, this show it's been a long time coming. Number one, it's really been a long time coming. Last week we had a bit of a problem, so we couldn't really have the show last week, and yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but I mean, it's part of the journey, really. It's part of the journey, and I'm really, really grateful that today it could finally happen after such a long time. So, listen, just a little brief about the show. The show is the journey. We just go through the different journeys of people that we look up to, people that you look up to, and you know what? I think today's guest is perfect for that, man. She's a lady who now I call her. I don't want to use the boss don't do because yeah, that one is a bit disrespectful. But she's a boss lady, man. She's really a boss lady in an industry where guys, I grew up viewing this industry, but okay, we see so in and that's it. But now it has changed. She has changed the industry so much to a point where she's a brand. You understand? She's a brand. Her business is a brand. It's really a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for everybody, if you can get up where you are at home, get up. If you can get up, put your hands together for and Mamela. A lot of people buzz the shortened part of the name. But Nzalibiza Longe, guys, please put your hands together for Usiyavuya Ndevu. Ma'am, how you doing?
I'm excited to be here. I'm grateful to be here, and I am super. I'm awesome.
You're awesome. You look great, by the way. Hey, look at you. Hey, you look amazing. Thank you so much for making it. Like I said to you, this show it's a very personal show because Tina Sigwazi get business. Okay, see and Nenwele. And the first time I met you, I remember Amtanda Shobo. She was hosting a brunch, and that was the first time I met you. And you spoke about Inwele, and I'm like, okay, so inwele ziyakwazi uba umuntu abe mhle kangaka and ukuthi lo guys thina lo siqhele omama what siqhele omama K. I remember ufika kwami equipment was mama K wayesezihloko and I'm like, oh, you understand? So Tina, we only knew about Mama K. I'm like, oh, okay, sharp. So look, the day was 2nd of September 1993. The world was introduced to this lady. Please take us through that. What memories do you have? I was one of memories, but what were you told? But okay, the first day you figure because I am there as mama figure 3 in the morning, 18 January. What happened to you, man?
Unfortunately, I don't really know that story
Okay.
because my parents passed away while I was quite young. So
Oh,
I never
okay.
even got to ask them about, okay, you decided to name us Siavuya. What was the actual reason? What was going through you guys' mind?
Yes.
Actually, which one of the two of you named me was Siavuya?
Yeah.
Even though it might seem like Ngatil Gamale as like I still would have liked to find out in Dabana what was going through their
What I
mind.
was
But
going
yeah,
through
unfortunately
is.
I never got to ask, and yeah, I'm okay with that because ke ndinguSiyavuya and I'm this person that's known for being bubbly, so I feel like igama lami nje.
Yeah. So once nje ube khona siyavuya thi no siyavuya ufikile. Hayi nami ndiyavuya that you got here. And then
Thank you.
growing up, I mean, you just mentioned now that your parents passed away. I'm really sorry about that. How was it trying to maneuver life as umdana without abazali?
It was actually a little bit tricky because I was 9 when my mom passed away, and I have a brother and a sister, both older. I'm the last born, Ekai.
Oh, nguntondo. Okay.
Ndondo.
Nam ndinguye,
So
nam ndinguye.
now, so when my mom passed away, sahlula sesibezilalini, me and my sister wamathathwa ngumakhulu, mna ndathathwa ngomnyumakazi wam. Then brother yami yashiyeka apha ekhaya, was 16 years old. And ndahamba ndayohlala ezilalini. It was quite hard. It wasn't the easiest way yokhula because njengoba ndikhula phayana kulaa mzi. Oh, uyayazi mani into yokhuliswa ngumakazi.
Hmm.
Even though some might feel like kokowenu, akukokowenu.
True, true.
So it was very hard. I mean, sasenzisa izinto where we thought ngathi sikhohlakalelwe.
Hmm.
siphekiswa phandle. Awunobhiliva yazi ngakuphakela isonka phandle ngebhakbhoti.
Asoze kaloku.
Awusayazi
Never.
ngakuthena.
Me looking at you now, asoze.
So anyway, I went through that hard process, but then brother yami yathi xa iphinde ezilalini iyondibona yafika. I was not in the best of states. I mean, ndandixinene ngazo nezihlangu senxibe ezaa mpahla zangokuya umama wam wayesaphila zingoqatha
Yeah.
grown taller.
Can imagine.
So when my brother saw me, even though he was still in high school himself, he just decided that, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to take my younger sister back to East London with me, even though I have no plan. He wasn't working at the time. He was still in high school himself. But one tata, I think I was 11 at the time. One
Yeah.
Monty. Sasinayo ke ne-foster care at the time.
Mm.
But nabakazi wathi ayi ungamthatha umntana but ikhadi lona lizawushiyeka. So
Mm.
so when we came to East London, my brother and I struggled. And waiting to see as one as I see as thing is
Oh yes, yes, I still remember.
he was trying his
Oh,
best to put
Betune.
food on the table. So till today, I say that man, my brother, is the one that changed the trajectory of my
Yes.
whole life.
Yes.
Yeah, but like my life could have turned out so differently if nankulelengane like
Mm.
opportunities endiye ndabanazo ngoba lapha eMonti. I'm sure I wouldn't have had them if it wasn't for that man deciding that, you know what, enough is enough, and my little sister needs to come and live with me, even though ndingena plan.
Man, what a brother. How old were you at the time?
I was 11, and he was 18.
Oh, okay. Wow. He was young.
He was
He was young. So it's a matter of the circumstances. Zamforce. But look, man, you have to man up and ube ngutata, basically to see. That's
That man
amazing, man.
experienced me.
Where is he and what's his name? So I need to shout out now.
Ndevu. Actually, she really post yakho le post
Oh,
and she
yeah.
did put a heart on it. I'm like, this guy
Oh,
does not
man.
know. I wonder if he knows that every single day nje manje lapha ebomini bam, like credit to him.
Mm.
Credit to him.
Kanyisa Grootmani, all I have to say is thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? Here's the thing, ne? Tina, we usually as gents, class cooler, uqomba, as soon as I make it, and it's something that's not supposed to happen, but it happens. As soon as I make it, and I'm done. You understand? Now I'm gonna do me. Omnye nomnye uzaziphandela because I did it my own way. So I like the fact that he decided, but you know what, sister wami, because I think he saved you from a lot of things. Because kaloku guys, abantwana bethu, abantwana basekhaya, things that are happening to them now. And ke ngoku umntana mhlawumbi grew up without the love of a male figure. So whatever ke ngoku efika engathi it's love, kuye umntu uvela qoma, okay, I'm going to take it. You understand? So Grootmani, thank you so much. I appreciate you for what you did, and hey, umkhulisile lo sis. Ukhulisile Grootmani. No, thank you so much for that. And then where's your brother now? What is he doing?
Uhlala ePretoria. He's working there as a
Sisi, if mhlawumbe ifuneka ingathetha ungayithethi ungalandelisi omnye umntana if funeka ingathethwanga it's fine as long as Grootmani he's doing his thing. Tina screen. No, and then after that primary school, how was it?
primary school. Then from the Buffalo Flats, and then like I said, my mom passed away. Then ndathathwa ke ngona siwezlalini ndafika ezilalini ndafunda there for 2 years. Then ndaphenda ndabuya ndaza apha eMonti nobhuti wam. Then wandifundela isikolo eLujiza, ndafunda eLujiza, finished off primary school yam.
Yeah.
Then I went on ndayofunda eBeniza Majombozi.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I did my high school, and yeah.
That's where there was an incident whereby kwakusenziwa into ye-LO.
I know.
And ask kwathini,
I know.
but something happened and it now I know things.
Get the research here.
It's a bit too much. No, but you know what I saw, and I was having a conversation with Usia outside when she got here, and then one bonse results zakho. Sisi, no. Yes, abantu abaninzi may look at you and say, beauty without brains. You know how people are. Yeah, no. In fact, sorry. Now I want to go through these results. It says a metric, right?
Yeah.
Man, guys, let's go through the results. So, Usia did is Xhosa, home language. You got 72%, level 6. you did English, first additional language, 81%. Usithatha up isilungu esingaka sis? Isilungu
Hayi
esingaka.
isilungu kudala sabakhona shem. Umamam wayendinika incwadi to read.
Okay,
That's how I
wow.
actually learned English.
And then you did math lit. And before you guys bash math lit, guys, now I'm done in math lit esikolweni. And then I continue to study law. So please, ningathi math lit, yay, math lit, and you got a level 7. Abantu odlula apho, shem. I got a level 6 for math lit esikolweni. And I don't understand why. But basically, everything here, it's level 7, uno level 6 about
Yeah,
2,
the
and then
lowest
everything
mark is
else.
72%.
Ma'am, yeah, but the lowest is 72. Till 72, you used to pray with you, but man, no 72. Hey, can you go 72? You're just like, I could have done better. No, but I like that. I like that. And
Thank
I like
you.
the fact that it shows a lot of people who look up to you. But okay, no, look, man. Losi, see, she is who she is today. Ninga Timba, she got done favors, because a lot of people, especially through social media, they are making money in a bit in shady
In
ways,
shady
right?
ways.
And a lot of people, especially when you're a young lady who's successful, people are gonna say, but
Ayiqondakali lento
you
yakho zinwele
understand?
qha. Like
Yeah,
even when I bought my car, there was a
exactly.
lady who actually came up to me, was on Buzba, zinwele qha uzenzayo, what else are you
Mm.
doing?
Yeah,
And I'm like, it's just
it's just
hair.
hey. And banjalo, but as soon as ngathi okay, you're a young lady, you're making it. No, it's something else. So
There's
ngaba level 7. But please, Mamela, put some respect on Sia's name. Really do. And then after matric, what happened?
After
Because as results
matric,
is guys, is what did we do?
after matric, after many years of results, then apply sisikolo. Then I applied sisikolo because I didn't have parents, like I
Mm.
said. So isikolo took out imali and apply a varsity. Then I from the NMU. I went to go study Become General,
Okay.
and I was fully funded by Dell, the laptop company.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dell.
So I did 2 years there, and then I dropped out.
Mm.
And then my teacher, no, as a high school, was
You must say so
so
you can't say
disappointed.
I dropped out and then move like nothing happened. You dropped out why? What happened?
I just felt like mentally, I felt like I was not
Mm.
where I belonged.
Okay.
I remember even checking myself into students counseling. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I was really, really depressed, and I felt like I was not aligned with what I needed to be doing with
Mm.
my life. I wasn't sure what I'm supposed to do, but I
That's
knew
another
that
thing,
wasn't
yeah.
it. So I came back. That's a Monty. My brother was obviously on some when you going back to school, because you know how people always think that iskolo is literally the only
Yeah.
key to success.
True.
So everyone around me was just on some, okay, so when are you going back to school? I felt pregnant. Ndabe apply e-UJ, ndiqonda uba ndiyatshintsha ngoku ndizama ndiyofunda ilo
Okay.
sendi-acceptiwe, ndiyahamba ngojanuwari ndibheka e-UJ. But then I found out that I'm pregnant, and I think it was like 6 months. I was already
Wow.
6 months pregnant when I found
Yo.
out.
Wow.
So so nahlala ke ngoku ndaqonda uba there is just no way that I'm going to give my child to anyone.
Mm.
Like an aunt of mine did offer to say in Dabanba, give me the child, I will look after the child, go back to school, because at the end of the day, we want you to become something, mean.
Yes, yes.
And I just remembered how life was for me when I was being raised by an aunt
Mm.
that wasn't the one that was offering now.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's just no way that I am giving my baby to anyone.
Yeah.
I am going to raise this baby myself. I think I was like 20 at the time.
Wow. Yo.
Andiphangeli,
Mm.
chami zam ziyaqhubekeka ziyafunda, life nje ingathi ayina direction.
Yeah.
So that's when I got the baby. 6 months later, I was job hunting like crazy because I really needed to put food on the table for the baby. So that's when I got a job at a call center.
Okay.
And that is where my life began as Usia and Devu that you guys see today.
Yeah.
At that call center, I can ndiyile ntombi niyibonayo ithanda uhlala inhle, kuyaslaywa, every day unxiba heels, kuyaswenkwa nje. I was definitely one of those. So kwafika le fashion yenwele ye weaves ne. So weaves came about, and then ndathenga inwele online, ndafundiswa enye intombazana to buy hair online. I bought my hair online. Everyone in the call center was stopping me and asking me, "Ngithenge inwele ezimanga ngapha kwasezimpundu ezinde." So this other girl asked, "Hayibo, Siya, like, where did you buy this hair?" Ndimxelele uba, "No, I bought this hair online. I can actually plug in ndikubonise how to do it." So we get to the part here, bank details, where you have to put in card numbers and everything so that the app can deduct. She's like, "There's no way."
Ah.
I mean, kukwakungotyana ke zazingaqondakali tu into za-online nqoba bufake imali yakho kwinto za-online, like ingathathwa yonke imali, like you scared.
Yeah.
So everybody was just skeptical, and they said, "You know what, how about ndinike wena le mali uyenze yonke le nto ulinde zifike ezinwele and then mna undinike qha." So that decided from right there, but hey, I'm not doing anything for free. I am going to
True.
add my markup.
Yes.
And
Please.
that is how
That's another thing.
that is how it all began. So ndathi ngoku ndiphangela phayana ke ngoku kulaa call center, ndabe ngapha ndiqala ukwaziwa as usiya lo wenwele. Uba ufuna
Okay.
uthenga inwele yapha kusiya.
Yeah.
I went on, I learned how to make a wig, I learned how to cut the hair, because now biza izinto ezincinci athi umntu, okay fine, nazo ezinwele ezilapha ndibawela ke ngozibe iwig awunokwazi undenzela. So I had to quickly learn how to do that so that I can still service lo mntu angahamba ye komnye umntu athi hayi no ndifuna ikhathwe ngoku. So I had to quickly learn how to do that. So like my whole business, basically, it has grown through into yobana uba it's always been on what the customer needs.
Yes.
If the customer now needs me to do A, I'll then go and learn A. Ikhule kanjalo. It's never been about where qonda hayi le service ndiyarhalela nje bibe lapha. It's always
Yeah.
been something that was
Just the
demand
customer.
based.
So at the time, that's when it was still V hair collection.
Ah,
I did my
how
homework,
did
man.
you
I
know
did.
that?
And when 32 followers over here, hey, yes. But I mean, 32 followers, ngokia, hey, Mamela, because that was years ago.
32, that was something.
Where are you now with followers? Judge from the top of your head. How many followers?
I think
now?
we are sitting at 9.8
9.8.
thousand.
Wow, from 32. So it was just growth, man. I think it's a matter of step by step, and that's how life is.
We all
man.
start somewhere.
No, we all start somewhere, and I like how you started. I really, really like how you started and how the journey just defined you. But I want to go back a little bit, and this might be a bit more emotional, and I'm really, really, really sorry about that. But we need to go through your whole journey. You are a young, expecting young lady. Now you're expecting umntana. Now going back to see how you grew up, how did that affect you mentally? Okay, now there's this new responsibility, and I grew up without the care yomzali ongowam. So how did that affect you mentally now? In terms of, do I keep the baby? Do I terminate? What do I do? Because I think it's a very big decision at that time.
Oh, like I said, for me, I found out when I was 6 months pregnant. There was no turning back.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, which I definitely did not, because I remember feeling a little bit like ngati andina family of my own,
Yeah.
and having that baby.
Oh.
I wanted a baby, actually. Let me just come out and
Okay,
say, I
aha.
wanted a baby.
Thank you.
So having the baby for me was like one of the most exciting things. I was very happy that I was now going to become a mother to this little boy, and I wanted to give him the best of, and I still do, of whatever I can offer him. I always want the best for this child.
Yeah.
And it's actually, like I said, when I had the baby, I was a little bit lost because I had just dropped out of school, ndibhatalelwe, like yonke into yami ngathi right, but then ndingekho sure uba what am I supposed to be doing apha ebomini.
Yeah.
Exactly, what am I meant to do? And I was still looking for my purpose in the band, but what am I exactly here to do? And when he came along, like a drive just came.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he gave me this drive, Yobanba. I need to strive to become the best.
Yeah.
I need to, if I'm doing anything, I need to become the best at it.
sure.
And that's how, that's how I am where I am today.
So it was a matter of, now there's this new human being.
Yes.
And now I need to change. I need to level up. And you know what? Abantu abaninzi badla ngokutsho uba umntana is a blessing. You understand?
A big
And
blessing.
I've heard abantu abaninzi umuntu athi emfethu before ndibe nomntana things were just not going my way.
Mm,
They were really not going my way.
mm,
And then ndaba nomntana, all of a sudden I have a new car, I have a new job, kwathini kwathini kwathini. So to some extent abantwana, they do open doors for you.
they do.
Doesn't matter where you are in life. Sometimes ungafila ngathi ish no, I can't. You understand?
Mm.
Kanti that really is a blessing. So when your son was and still is a blessing in your life.
I mean, like xa ungekabi naye umntana uba naye nemisebenzi othi uhayi anoyenza into ethile mna, but as
Ooh,
soon as that child comes along, you do whatever it takes to put food on the table for this child.
yeah. Ooh, I like that.
So
I like that. And then after call center, we went to. Did you go straight to the retail store?
oh no no no.
I saw that, and wow, go on the last day. Yeah, I'm like, this is why I go. I said to my, oh, this is my last day at work. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm like, oh, okay.
Actually, in the yami yophangela phaka retail, I was in matric. It was that year that I did matric. And go
Oh,
kubone for December, komba you
yeah.
were looking for a job because I was broke.
You were in matric. Sizikudala was layer, mos. Kudala was layer because now I thought that was after matric at the
No, that
time.
was the year I did matric. Like xa sigqibobhala ngo-November ndahamba ndayofuna umsebenzi. I got a job ndayophangela through it. It was really meant for the holidays because the ngoJanuary ndandizawuhamba ndiye eBhayi ndiyoqala
Yeah.
isikolo.
Wow. So vele vele, you are one person who has been focused in life. Because I mean, a lot of us guys is after matric, what you say, oh,
I
now
was
work.
broke. I
Yeah.
needed money. I didn't have like impahla zoyoqala evasithi kubona lento uzawuthengelwa impahla kowenu ukuthi uthengelwe i-suitcase kulungiselela uhamba kwa. There was no one to do that.
So it was up to you,
So
vele.
yonke into yami nje was basically i-circumstance ithi ngoku hamba bafuna umsebenzi bafuna imali.
Wow. You know what? I'm glad I have you on the show because we've known each other for a long time. But I didn't know this side of you. Now I saw Siandivu and I'm like, this lady, wow. I mean, your work is amazing. Your work is amazing, and the work that you've done as an entrepreneur, man, you're doing so many things for female entrepreneurs as well. I think you were. Did you host a brunch sometime? Kwakuthiwa uzunga an invite.
It wasn't a brunch. It was a women empowerment event, but women that are in business specifically.
Yeah.
And a woman event. That's why I didn't invite
But
you.
what if I identify as a woman? Nah, I want gender
I like Nikki
equality.
Chance kulo nyaka. I'm actually hosting another one in August.
Oh, okay, okay. No,
Yes.
I get. I'm happy.
So it's a women empowerment event, but I like it to be specifically for women entrepreneurs, whether
Yes.
umntu uyaqalisa, whether umntu is aspiring, whether umntu is already has already begun. And I do it mostly because how you entrepreneur, bro, like there is no manual. You're supposed to be doing things like this. You know what? You need to record your daily sales. You need to record your expenses. You need to be putting the money in a business bank account and not your personal
Not your
bank
own.
account.
Because
So zonke ezo rules ayizonto sizixelelwayo, figure it out along the way. Sekulate into abantu hey, I should have been doing A, then you start later. So the whole point of ESA events for me was to bring knowledge to other entrepreneurs so that they don't get to learn the hard way like I did. Ezinye izinto ndizifunda along the way of most of them.
Ah, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And ke ngoku, you know what? Speaking of the difficulties of entrepreneurship, right? Can we just, because I'm an entrepreneur myself.
Yes, I know.
And one problem that we are all struggling with is our mental health as entrepreneurs.
Hey.
There are times where there's no business coming. There's nothing going wrong, but there's nothing going right. You understand? Like there's nothing is going. There's no going that's happening. So where are you in that space? Where is your mental health right now as we speak? Business-wise and life-wise. How are you doing? Because you know what? A lot of people now go they hi unjani yaphele lapho. But unjani, how are you?
I am doing better than I was yesterday.
Love that. I love that.
So yazi ndiqalele business kudla ngotshiwo ukuthi ihamba njenge-business cycle. I mean, it's got ups and downs.
True.
Literally, life yakho like your mental health ihamba nala business if you don't learn to separate the two
Yeah.
early on, and it's not something ekulula into abantu uziseparate business yakho.
It's not.
Like I haven't actually
You.
mastered it myself, but
Yeah.
I'm really trying my best into banba ndiyaz banba, just because Siandev his studio is not doing okay today, quiet
Yeah.
doesn't mean nam and be grumpy ndibe frowning ndingabi nabele ebantwini,
Yes.
like ndihambe nebusiness kanjalo. So as soon as business takes a dive and iphayana kula downward trend, like ingathi mental health yam iveli ithatha dive nayo, and then things are good. I mean business iyabhuma, hayibo nguDecember.
Some
We are
sifuna
doing
uthwala
200
sileqele.
clients, hayibo kumnandi. And then nam up there and I'm very happy to a point where ndithi ndicabanga ndizibana life ndingumntu ilife yam nje
Yeah.
yile business.
And that's dangerous.
It's very
That's
dangerous. I mean
dangerous.
if the business closes shop, then what?
You understand?
That's why abantu kuvele uqomba umntu uzibulela si-understandi, but silibali into abantu ba mhlambi laa mntu ubomi bakhe is that business,
Yes.
and when that business takes a dive naye uvele
Nah,
abone
yeah, at some
ngathi
point.
there's nothing else to live for.
And it happens. It really happens
So
to the best of us.
so yeah, I hope we really learn to separate the two.
I like the fact that you were very open about that, because a lot of people, they will look at you and think, "Ah man, this person doesn't have off days where they are stressed out or anything like that."
Forgetting
You
in the
understand?
social media, we're not gonna go now and tell everybody that you know what, today is such I'm having such a terrible day and it's a low day for me and there are no sales today. We are always going to put up a front yobanba yonke into ihamba right noba ayihambi right, because I mean gubano o guarantee flows zakhe.
Ish, that's true.
Akekho kwi-social media sonke ngathi siyashayina nje.
And you know what? Now I have a big problem with that. I'm not gonna lie. I have kufana ne reality shows. I my mom knows, my family knows. Understand reality shows, because it's a matter of, I am showing you banding Asanda Magaga nemali, and that's it, right? And you find, but a lot of people, they're going through a lot because Umdu is trying to live up to ESA standards as bona on social media. Kanda kunjalo. People go through a lot.
People go through a
You
lot.
understand? So for me, I would love, which is one of the reasons why I had this show. I do want to give people relatable content, and I want to give people a content oh, okay, cool. It's normal to wake up in the morning and feel like I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to be in bed in funulila, and siyalila, guys.
Yay.
Siyalila. Mnungani mona ningako qomale usikaqaqaqanya. Guys, ndiyalila. Na I cry, shem. But you understand, it's a matter of, I really want to show people that, guys, life is not all glitz and glam
It's
all the time.
not.
It's
And
really,
people
really
just
not.
don't get it.
Yeah, but it's a big problem. And then another thing, and I think it's going to touch a nerve a little bit, and I'm really sorry about that. I mean, it's part of the show, and it's part of your journey. I think and Yona, it's a really, really big part of your journey. Now, your family, Abba, Omagazi, Nobani, right? Now that you are where you are today, abake bafike bathi ayikalosuliba.
I know not like that, but yes. In a way, your banba, you'll find them sometimes saying, you hayi kaloku mntanam sunqaba, hayibo mntanam, why ungandifowuneli? And it's such a struggle. It's an internal struggle into yobanba, how do I go past this? And
Yeah.
you need to forgive people and you need to move on, especially if it's your family. You can't hold your family yakho uthi ucaba uyayincama.
Yes.
Awukwazi ude uyincame ifamily yakho because it's your family. So it's an internal battle. Yazama into yobanba, let me try and go see this lady today. And sometimes it's not possible. I just can't go and pretend today. So yeah. Hayi kaloku sakukhulisa.
Yeah, I want that. I'm pretty sure that happened. And a lot of people, it stresses people out. That thing. So now it's a matter of, uyaba owa. And I mean, let's look at the circumstances. Qala uba ngona ninikhulisa nanikhulise kanjani. for you to
Hey,
now come back and say, I gotta
and
go kusalayo
say,
sakukhulisa. You
hey,
understand? So I do think that probably affects you a lot mentally.
it uh, it does. Like I try and avoid this particular aunt of mine, but I'm really working on it and I'm trying my best to just
Mm,
forgive and move on because at the end of the day, family is family and you can't really replace your
true,
family.
true.
And there was one thing that my pastor said the other day, the other Sunday. He was like, maybe apha efemelini yakho njengoba ucima fast uba awuthandwa,
Mm.
it's because awunamali, iba nemali, iba successful,
Oh,
uzabona everybody will start liking you.
true. That wow, that explains a
And I
lot.
thought about it and I was like, come to think of it, this aunt really likes me now.
Yeah, yabona. Wow.
So yeah, so mhlambi just and I also just try and take into banbam if if there's a negative ndiyazama ukhangela the blessing in
Mm.
it. And the blessing is um okay, I don't know how to put this, but if ufuna blame umntu for all the bad things that they put you through ebomini,
Mm.
you need to also blame them for the good that came out.
Okay. Mm.
Like that aunt of mine ndingaden ndiphekisa imingqusho phandle undiphekisa ngebhakbhoti.
Mm.
I mean, she taught me izinto, skills that no one can take away from me today.
Yeah.
And she made me hungry to succeed.
Mm.
Kuba ndiqonda into yobana I really need to get out of le meko ndikuyo. And today I am where I am, partly
Yes.
because of the role that she played in my life.
Love that.
If ibe smooth indlela kumnandi ndinikwa yonke into endifunayo, chances
Mm.
are I would have mounted to nothing qonda into yobana but there's no need to work hard apha ebomini. I man, I already
Pause.
have yonke le nto
Wow.
endiyifunayo. Ndidla ngotsho noba like my mom passed away ndimncinci, and even though that was such a terrible thing, I mean, if you look at it today, I probably wouldn't be half the woman that I am today had she lived, had she given me everything that she wanted to. I was the last one. I was spoiled, rotten. Nikwa yonke
Mm.
into that she could afford to give me.
Yeah.
And she was trying her best to take me to the best schools. Yabo. And
Mm.
I probably would have taken life for granted.
True.
I probably would have, I wouldn't be this hungry and driven.
Mm. I like that.
So, yeah.
I like that, man. I think it's a mindset that a lot of us need to adopt. It's really a mindset that
Exactly.
a lot of us need to adopt. Now, I'm looking at your fingers while you're talking. There's no ring, nothing. Uze uhamba wedwa.
Hey, this is Cecile.
Significant other nyana. Next.
Hey, but okubalulekileyo is that son of mine and the business.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
focused on right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am still not married, and yes, I'm waiting on God's time.
Okay. I like that. I like that actually. Because I wanted to ask ne, if Ukona, my brother, somewhere there, then yena, does he understand uba mamela? Ewe ukhona ndikhona but business ukhona umntana ukhona. So you cannot be spending 100% of your time with him. Because as I'm out siyasokolisa. I'm not gonna lie. I think when you're living a life where you're trying to work on a lot of things, is there time for relationships? As in
Um,
umjolo specifically.
there is always time. I always believe in Taban, but there is always time. I mean, you make time for izinto that are important to you as a person.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how busy you are, but you can carve out time for things that you feel like are important. Umzekelo, umntanam has this ridiculous schedule esikoleni sakhe.
Yeah.
Hayi, namhlanje uphuma 4:30. Hayi, namhlanje uphuma 1:30. He must go to swimming, he must go to rugby, he must go to hockey, you must go there and cheer for him. Yabo. I literally have to plan my schedule around
Around
this
that.
child to make sure that I'm a present mom because that's very important to me. I mean, my business is very important, but I understand into yobana uba one of the things ebomini bam that endingafuniyo zenzeke kukuba ndibe so focused on my business that my child now has an absent mom.
True.
So you decide ebomini bakho uba, is this important enough for me to actually say, you know what, please reserve an hour on this day. I will be unavailable on the diary. Can you just make sure that andizubakho ngemini ethile mna. And yeah, so dating is something that can definitely happen.
Okay.
It's just that yeah, umuntu uyaprioritize ukuthi uba ufuna ntoni, and currently ngathi ndifuna business more than partner.
So vele, if there was someone out there besithi maybe umchatonyana, no, they must give up. Not now. For now,
uh
abakhohlwe.
yo, I not right now. Come kancinci man, like let me just yeah,
There's so
fumane
much
abantu
that
ba 1 billion nyana.
ah uthi nyana emara kule economy yethu nyani 1 billion nyana, like
1 billion
it's not a lot
nyana
of money.
nje.
You know what, now looking at where you are right now and who you are, I think that's another thing that's important, who you are right now. Would you go back maybe about 20 years, andifuna ukuthi mhlawumbe 25 years more kanti ndikwenza mdala, so let's say 20 years back or 15 years back, would you go back and change anything?
That is definitely a no.
Okay, wow, this is a surprise.
Considering what I've just said.
Yes.
Uba zonke za circumstances that I went through ebomini, they played a role to the woman that I am today. So if singahamba siyotshintsha phasi siyokwenza life my best smooth, chances are today bizoba nzima kaloku.
True. True.
So I'm happy that things are now smooth now.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, you know, la saying it in the band, um soft times make hard men.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a thing in Warisha. Okay, yes. In the Banba. Okay, fine. Tina, we grew up with hard times, and,
Yeah.
and now we are strong as we are. But what about a Vandana bit?
You can see less. Come
What
to think of it,
about them?
wow. But my fear with that is Gengoku. I was not winner specifically, but
yes.
a lot of people who are tata lo mindset komba then umntanam, let me not maybe
You
spoil umntana. Abantu bathi umntana uyamspoil. You understand? Because now umuntu uzacinga into yoba now I grew up ngale ndlela. And look at me today.
look at me today.
You understand? And then aqomba naye umntana ezinye izinto makamvimbe so that umntana ave how hard life can be. And that can go two ways. Either ingakusebenzela whereby umntana nyani naye they adopt your mindset of okay, now I need to hustle for anything that I want. Okanye umntana,
Asikazibulali.
you understand?
Azibulali.
It's really
So it's very very tricky. Now I haven't mastered it myself. I mean, I try my best into banba lo mntana ndimkhulisayo makabe ngumntu that like independent, angaqheli into abantu ba hayi yonke into mandiyenzelwe, hayi yonke into xa ndiyifuna iza kwenzeka. Like I'm trying my best to instill into abantu ba no, ebomini you do have to work for izinto, things don't just come for free life ini. But I'm just a little bit worried into abantu ba njengoba thina sesiye kwi-public schools and yasinceda loo nto leyo yasishape into the people that we are.
yeah.
I mean, bona nje mabephila kamnandi kangaka, like are they really going to understand that, you know what, in life you have to work hard in order to make things go your way, like to succeed you need to put in the work.
No, but you know what? Now what I think is now you do have the resources to help him succeed in life.
Yes.
It's just a matter of umhlalise phansi and say, Amela boy, this and this and this. We don't do those things.
Yes.
Where I can buy you a car maybe, but lo moto le ayo moto yo hamba eBucks. Ayo moto yothi imoto yohamba uye use KNR for an interview up. Moto yozohlala apha no Asanda on the journey and speak. You understand? So I think it's more than indlela yoba there's money or there's no money. It's just a matter of wena as umzali. Okay, mntanami.
What principles are you even putting in this child?
You understand? I think that's the most important part. And it just goes to leadership. Because abantwana, before ube ngumzali, I think now they need you to be a leader first. They need you to lead them. Because into yoba ngumzali, yazi sinabazali aba-strict. We have abazali aba-strict whereby umntana ngathi ubochelelwe endlini. You understand? And then the minute they get a piece of freedom, they're gone. You understand? So I think being a leader to umntanakho, it's a matter of abone the example kuwe apha endlini. So that
the talk.
Yes. By the time it was hlalele res, they already know how to act. Because umama was acting this way, utata was acting this way.
I guess.
And then speaking of being a leader, Vele, you're also an employer, right? Yes, ma'am. Please, you're a contributor to economy. How has that been? Because I really believe I think I've been to your hair studio Begunini, a couple of times I've been there.
Yeah,
And when I look at your team, now I like to call people your team and not your
yeah,
employees.
they are.
When I look at your team, ne, it's a team of young ladies. And but they are not far away when it comes to into your age. How do you maneuver that? Because even though we're a team, we're working together, but at the end of the day, emnyango kubhalwe siyandifu. So whatever you're doing,
And this is
brand.
work.
And this is work. So how do you maneuver that? Uba nabo bangafili that baphitzekile emsebenzini, but at the same time they need to know about okay,
But
kusemsebenzini.
boundaries.
Yes.
Um, Being an employer has definitely been one of the most challenging things. I mean, uh, there's just so much that I've learned along the way when it comes to being an employer. I mean, um, like it distance, but like you maintain it distance. Like you can't let your team know every single thing about you as a person because
Yes.
how they see you plays a lot of bakutreat njani bathetha
Yes.
njani now, and they know into man ba if ndifriendly too much ne, and yonke into ndiyayihlekela and kumnandi and anahayi, what they tend to do, umntu athi gqi mhlambi an hour late at work because now we're friends
Yeah.
and they think that it's okay. Kodwa nge-month end, funny enough, ulindele ukuba mna imali mandiyifake iphelele
Yes.
even though we're friends. I mean, if kaloku ubutshomi bethu buhamba kanje, befanele uba nami nge-month end ndikhe ndingenise a day late imali.
Makes sense.
Yabo?
Makes sense.
So maintain it distance is one of the things that I've learned. And then yeah, and also ungabikho too harsh because xa we autocratic leader, okay, people become scared of you and they just leave.
Wow. No, I like that. I like that. I really like that. You know what? Again,
So
thank you so
those are
much.
balance, yeah.
Thank you so much for this. Like I said, mna ngoku I bendingakwazi. Let me be honest, bendingakwazi. Now ndiyakwazi. Now I know, but oh, okay. You see, yeah, when there's soft spots there and there and there. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And I think one more thing, and Konba, it's something that we all need to know about you and about ourselves as well. Looking at you now, have you made it?
Made it. I think that I'm making it. It's
Okay.
still a process.
Okay.
I am definitely making it. And yeah, yeah, yes, man. In success, it's a never ending journey. It's a journey actually. You can never really say in Tabanda, you know what, I had a goal of hitting 1 million rands, and now that I've hit it, yeah, my up and pelele up. The very next day, you spend 100 rands, it's gone.
No longer
You know.
meaning
So one of the things that I've learned along the way, the success is that when you set goals,
it.
the minute you hit the one that the ceiling, what you thought was the ceiling,
Yeah.
you then need a bigger goal every day, a bigger goal. I mean, I had a goal of hitting 500,000. The moment I hit that goal, I was like, I want 1 million. The minute I hit 1 million, I was like, I want two.
Okay.
So it's hence the city go for the billion yana.
Yes. So udlulile kwimitha imitha into ezincane
No,
thina
like
we
I meet us in shem.
Yes, ma'am. I like that. I like that. No, thank you so much. See, I really, really
Thank you.
appreciate the fact that you came here. And this was the first episode of the journey. And we opened it with Usia. And man, judging from when I first saw you to now, there's been growth. There's been growth in you as an entrepreneur. And well, I didn't know you personally before. Now I know a couple of personal things, and
Hey.
you've been through a lot. You've had a long journey. But what I like about you is one, asibon, you don't look like your problems, and
And then
you
this is hell.
and awusizeli. That's another
I get
thing,
up and I
you know.
fight.
And awufuna usizela because I think a lot of people banayo nala mentality yoba bafuna ukusizela. A lot of things were supposed to work against you in your life. A lot of things were supposed to work against you. And kubakho ke nabatata abanemikhaba ba opportunistic.
Hey.
Ukhona abo. And I'm pretty sure but they still bother you till this day. Abo banenkani. And you had a choice to say, you know what, now I'll just give into this life. But ngizawufandwa ngabo my whole life.
ndihlale phansi mna ndispoilwe.
You understand? So thank you for that, and thank you for being an example to young women. I'm raising a niece right now. Oh, best friend, yeah, and man, it's just that Ngokakazi will understand that she's 3. But I want to go back to this conversation when she can understand it and say, look, these things they happen. And look at her now. And at that time, I'm sure it was a billion, so we for men. I'm pretty sure that we billion for men. So thank you very much. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your work. I'm looking forward to seeing everything as I, man. I think as unyaka usaqala, man, it's gonna be a good year.
It's
Gonna be a good
feels like
year.
it's going to be an amazing year, and I keep saying this. It's going to be such an amazing year.
No, it has to be an amazing year because look, guys, Asanda is back on radio now. After such a long time, I'm back on radio. It's amazing. But yeah, thank you very much to everybody who was part of the conversation today. And man, we look forward to engaging with you even further. Ladies and gents, my name is Asanda Magaga, the modern clever himself. This was the journey on KNR, and we are looking forward to seeing you again next Saturday.